Yo, what up, everybody? You are listening to the world famous Behind the Baller podcast, aka BTB. Yes, motherfucker, world famous. We got listeners in South Africa, Malaysia, New Zealand, Scotland, motherfucking Scotland, okay? Belgium, France, Canada, Brazil, South America, all that shit. This is really the world famous BTB, produced by the world famous Dust Brothers. I am your gracious host, Ben Baller, not Ben Humble. All right, y'all. Of course, yes. The Korean Liam Neeson, the Wash Lord. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this is the weekend wrap up. It is that time of the month. It's not that time of the month, but yes, it's that time of the month. We got fan questions, y'all. We do that once a month. You guys ask me anything you feel like, and if I've never answered them on the show before, then you ask, and you can expect me to answer them live on the podcast. All right. I had a very relaxed weekend. I did not leave in the RV like we planned to. We definitely spent a lot of time, and I spent a lot of time with that motherfucker. You know, the beautiful thing about having the RV is I don't want to bring shit back and forth. You know, it's really like another home, right? And I'm going to speak about that, another home, later. But, you know, you pack it in with the shit that you want to have in there, except for the perishable grocery items, right? But like baby wipes, sanitizer, guns, extra clothes, underwear, cleaners, you know, dishes, household items, things that, you know, games, playing cards, Uno, just shit that, you know, you do. We have a lot of things we could do in there. It's just a great fucking family bonding vehicle. And it was a little cold. I just wanted to catch up with it. 2 weekends in a row, we're gone. But anyways, look, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I pick up my SF90 Ferrari 1,000 horsepower hybrid car. And I'm either going to have it for a week or I'm going to have it for a few months. But I'm definitely not keeping it. I have plans, bigger plans for something else. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it again. I won't know nothing. But I am going to trade in one of my Porsches. And it's funny because I've had them both less than 2 months. But I just need to really cut down the fat, you know. So, I mean, I'm excited. Black SF90, the first one in LA. Speaking of cutting the fat, if anyone is looking for a super clean 2019 black on black Range Rover, full body size, right? Autobiography, supercharged for the low price, like real shit, the low, way below market. I'm talking about the big body, not the long wheelbase, just a clean black on black, okay? Low miles, 6,500 miles. That's 3,000 miles a year. Barely drove that bitch. I drove that motherfucker to San Francisco twice just to put some motherfucking miles. So that's 2,000 miles right there just going to SF. But it got all the bells and whistles, got the screens, all that stuff. Super clean, obviously. Platinum Motorsport hooked it up. It just needs a detail, but it's ready to go. So if you are interested in that car, seriously, email the podcast, DM me, whatever it is. Speaking of cars, I got a small little tack. Not even a fucking nail, a little tack in my brand new Escalade rear tire. So, you know, had a really slow leak. I didn't drive the car for 4 or 5 days. When I drove the car, I checked the tire pressure all the time, something I consciously do with all my cars. And usually it's right between like 36 and 38. And it was like 34. And I was like, you know, could be off. It's really cold in the morning lately. So, you know, 4 days goes by, I get in the car, and that motherfucker drops down to like 26. And I'm like, all right, this shit ain't good. So thank God I got a tire plug. Shout out to American Tire Depot. My boy Arson, my boy Vahi. My boy Vahi comes out with us on the quick strikes and everything. Anyways, his family owns 100+ American Tire Depot locations. So I decided to go to the one in Burbank. That's where he was. It was a little bit of a drive. Drive to Burbank, and I pull up, and we take care of the tire. You know, everything's all Gucci. We're sitting there chilling, and he's like, yo, guess who came by? And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck came by. Fucking Fuck's that fat bitch's name? Fuck. I can't think of the chick. Who is that fat blonde chick? I fucking hate her. Amy Schumer. I didn't know who the fuck he was gonna say. And he's like, Han. Who the fuck? Han? Like, oh, Fast and the Furious Han? He's like, yeah, Han. He's like, it's fucking crazy, bro. I wasn't here, but he came. And then his employees were like, yeah, look, I got a picture of him. Boom, blah, blah, whatever. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's crazy. So we're sitting there chilling. Vahi's a young kid running his dad's business. Very cool kid. Very knowledgeable. Very smart. Very savvy. He works. He's a good kid. Is raised very well with his family. And we're just going over cars and shit. He gifts me with a Pirelli jacket. It was a very nice Pirelli jacket. Thank you very much. And we just start chilling. And next thing you know, this Audi pulls up. Or no, I'm sorry, a Volkswagen SUV pulls up, just like a regular car. And he goes, oh shit, look who it is. And I was like, who, motherfucker? He's like, it's Han. And I'm like, okay, cool. Look, bro, I think everybody knows I'm not really a starstruck type person. And by the way, side note, I raised my voice this weekend, and we'll get into that later. But I lost my voice. I always fucking lose my voice. And it's like, dog, you're a professional podcaster. Why the fuck are you losing your voice? Anyways, we're chilling. And Sung Kang, a.k.a. Han from Fast and Furious, he's there getting his wheels fixed and tires fixed. And I guess he's shooting down the street. And the guy's like, yo, man, do you know Ben Baller? And the guy's like, oh, shit. Takes off his sunglasses. And he's like, oh, fuck. He's like, Ben Baller. He's like, I follow you. And I'm like, no, you don't. Get the fuck out of here. I would know that. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of, look, I know he was in Fast and Furious. And, I know that he's been heavily into cars recently. But, I've been fucking with cars for a long time. And, after a real long discussion, we end up talking for damn near 2 hours. I still don't know if he's had a passion for them when he was a kid or of something because obviously, he's in Fast and Furious, right? So we start chopping it up and we're just talking about things. I was like, yo, bro, it's really fucking crazy that 25 plus years in LA, we've been running in the same circles. As you've done bigger movies, certain things we never ran into each other. It's fucking crazy. And he's like, I know, right? Like, especially being both Korean. And he had told me his mom lives in Korea and he's from Atlanta, actually, Georgia, which I didn't know that either. So one fun fact is my brother, who was a film person, producer, all that. My brother's who got me into film. My older brother he had a small part production-wise on Better Luck Tomorrow. It was one of the first feature meaning theatrical release, everything that was out about Asians. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. Anyone Asian, if you ever seen that fucking movie, like fucking smack yourself. But Better Luck Tomorrow had that dude, John Cho, who I told you I already had beef with. There's another kid I know that my brother's friends with named Tobin. And then Sung was in the movie. I think that was his first big role. And I thought he had worked on my cousin's movie called Baby. My cousin Juwan is the one that I did the movie Cake with. We had a falling out, haven't spoke since. Me and my cousin have talked in fucking 17 fucking years, maybe almost 18 years. It's crazy. Anyways, tells me he hasn't. So bottom line is, we're sitting here talking all this shit, whatever. He's like, yo, bro, come down. I'm working on my Grand National. I'm like, oh shit, I know you got a 240Z, but you got a Grand National? He goes, yeah, dog. I have the Grand National Gurus. Flew them in from North Carolina or some shit or all over the place, Chicago. He's like, literally, it's a block away. I was like, fuck it, why not? So Vahi, he fucking runs the joint. He's like, yeah, I'll come with you. So, I jump in Escalade, car's fixed, beautiful. We drive literally a block and a half, pull up, and there's 4 Grand Nationals there, a GNX, and all kinds of dudes filming and stuff. And I'm like, oh shit. So he introduced me to some guys, and his Grand National's getting paint corrected. He's getting all kinds of shit. This one dude had 1,000 horsepower Grand Nationals, all kinds of shit going on. He's showing me things that he's doing. And we got a couple mutual friends in the car industry, my boy Kenji from Greddy and a couple other people. And then he tells me, even though he was in Tokyo Drift, he's never been to Tokyo Auto Salon. Now, Auto Salon is like SEMA, but way fucking cooler, right? So I'm like, yo, we got to go. But anyways, we end up chopping up for 2 hours. Sung is a fucking super humble dude. For what he's done in Asian American culture, and now he's crossed over. He's in fucking Power. He's in a lot of different things. But he's obviously Well, I don't want to give it away, but he's part of the Fast and Furious franchise and all that shit. It was just really cool. We connected. We really rapped, a lot about everything. It was just super cool. And to tell you the truth, I didn't really have the time, but I had nothing else to do. But kind of like, like when I do have free time, my wife wants me to kind of help out with the kids. So, it was just really good chopping it up, and it was a trip. I'll probably get him on the podcast. I'm sure he want to talk about cars. He got a whole lot of shit he want to talk about. So I think there's going to be a friendship coming, and I don't really fuck with too many people. I'm actually going to talk about that a little bit later. But we got fan questions. So you know what that means. Miles, how you doing, sir? So yeah, man, Goff. Fuck Goff. Sorry. Miles, for real, I'm sorry that Stafford didn't go to the Niners. I don't even want to talk about it. How about we're not even going to talk about any football? Fuck Goff, fuck Stafford, fuck the Rams, and Miles, fuck your Niners. But could you please play me some Lakey Lake real quick, and let's get into these fan questions. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let the stress of 2020 follow you into 2021. Leave tension and muscle aches behind. Whether you're an elite athlete or just someone trying to make it through the day tension-free, use Theragun, my go-to percussive therapy device always. I'm making 2021 all about many things, including listening to what my body needs. This is why I'm keeping my Theragun close to me all year. The Gen 4 Theragun doesn't just feel good, it gets to the source of the pain by releasing tension. Using Theragun's signature percussive therapy, which goes 60% deeper than vibration alone. Whether you want to treat your muscle tension from working out, an injury, or just everyday life, there's no substitute for the Theragun Gen 4. No joke, I take Theragun with me damn near everywhere I go. Theragun is trusted by 250 professional sports teams like Real Madrid and elite athletes like Paul George, DeAndre Hopkins, Maria Sharapova, hundreds of thousands of customers, and me, the Korean John Cusack. Try Theragun for 30 days, starting only at $199. Go to Theragun.com/baller right now and get your Gen 4 Theragun today. That's Theragun.com/baller. Theragun.com/baller. Yo. So, fan questions. By the time, listen, you guys know what the fuck it is. I'm not going to describe what the fuck to do. Maybe next time when I ask people to do the questions, I will tell you how to leave a question. But let's get into these fan questions because I'm just like I got to take a piss. And I don't want to fucking stop because Miles and Jordan start fucking, what the fuck are you doing, you diva? Anyways, let's go right into it. Lake_Soul writes, love your show. Yo, Ben, I was on YouTube. I started watching the series you had on Loud. Your cousin Jeff and your guys' interaction made the show. Can you have him as a guest on the show? One love. Yeah, no. Hollywood secret. Jeff is not my cousin. Jeff was just an employee who was kind of like the vice president of IF & Co. Jeff is no longer with the company. Jeff has not been with the company for a long time. Fuck. I don't even know how long it's been. Fuck. It's been a long time. It might be 7 years, 8 years. Somewhere around there, it's been a long time. Jeff has not been a part of the company or anything else. So yeah, it's not going to happen. But thank you for watching the show, even though I don't fuck with that show no more. Drew L writes, Odesu. Yo, Ben, day one listener of the pod. Appreciate your free game you give us and help us better our lives on a weekly basis. Question, you say it's very important to know when to say no to family and loved ones. Can you give us some scenarios of when to say no versus yes? I find myself always saying yes to benefit those around me and not feeling like it ever comes back to me. Thanks, Ben. You are a true inspiration. Now, let me tell you something real quick, guys. I read these questions live on the fly. Do not look at them prior. Real talk. I'm reading this live and just answering it. Freestyle. So, very simple. At a certain point, not me personally, but, I have friends of mine who have 2 older sisters and a younger brother and a younger sister. Then he's got a mom, he's got a dad. and he takes care of everybody because he does very well, right? But at a certain point, when do you tell them, like, motherfucker, do you want to get a job? Like, how about just a job that you want to do for fun? Work at Barnes and Nobles, work at motherfucking Steak and Shake, work fucking anywhere, work for fucking Uber, do something, right? It's like, yo, man, it's not my responsibility to take care of you. Now, if it's your mom, it depends on what kind of, like, what's going on. Look, your mom always took care of you. Of course you want to, but at the same time, you have to get an understanding of when you can help them and how much you can help them with, right? People say, oh, nobody's ever gotten poor from giving too much. That's bullshit, by the way. I think I've said that before. That is absolute bullshit. There are a lot of motherfuckers who have gone broke from helping too many people out. So just understand that's felonious. I mean, if you put a certain energy out there, like, I think I have a certain energy where people feel like I'm standoffish, and I'm saying that's me. I don't know how you are, but you can't say yes to everything. I can't say yes to my kids all the time. Even though I do feel like I have a soft side, I do have to break it down. How well do they do in school this week and certain things? And again, you're saying give you scenarios, but like, who are you speaking about? Are you talking about like your mom, your dad, your sister, a good friend, your girlfriend, your wife? You know, it's important that you're specific next time, but I mean, you know, for the most part, it's better to say no all the time. Now, not meaning, you know, go be greedy and shit, like you motherfuckers go out and, you know, someone can't eat because they don't have the means to. Well, I mean, shit, at that point, come on, don't even say, what the fuck? No, you should be offering. Like, come on, man, let's all eat so everyone eats the same shit. You know, like, we can't sit here and motherfucking eating fucking, you know, chicken parmesan and chicken marsala and fettuccine alfredo and all this shit. And this motherfucker's eating bread and water. Like, come on, you know. But with loans, I'm very big on not loaning anybody any money. Unless that's an investment with someone, you know, you're in business with. Family, it's like, yo, man, you know, you give somebody something. Either you can give it or you can't. If you can't give it, man, just don't loan it, man. That's just as much, that's the best thing I can tell you. Next question. Weekend wrap up. Roro0705 writes, yo, Ben, my name is Romario Orellana, out of Miami, Florida. Happy New Year. Hope the fam is staying blessed during these challenging times. My question is, what are those moissanite stones and how do they pass a diamond tester if they aren't real diamonds? Moissanites are man-made stones, not as sophisticated as a CVD. It's because the thermal heat and the heat that you can get off of a diamond tester, it will produce the same amount of heat and give you enough to pass, you know, as a diamond. And whereas a cubic zirconia is going to be dull, you know, there's no real heat going through that. It's just like, you know, it's plastic damn near. Moissanites don't exist really. They're not really, I mean, they might still be around, just don't know the market of it. I don't see them like they used to. But the thing with moissanites that are kind of tough from an eyeball, they always have like this little yellowish tint. So, you know, they're not going to be a DEF. They're not going to be a GH. Not going to be, they're like right around a K, maybe an I on a good moissanite, you know, a K letter color. And they're going to be like a VS2, VS1. They're going to be clean, you know, but it's, they're, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't, there's no resale for it. So it's like, I just don't fuck with it. But they wouldn't pass anything now. Now, almost even the Amazon diamond testers have something that where you can set it to where it would, you know, moissanites are not going to beat the new, you know, new diamond testers. Like, you know, 10 years ago, 12, 13 years ago, they would beat them all day long. But now, no way. Jacob writes, hey, Ben, what's good? I bet I can gap you on the freeway in your Senna with my Corolla. All jokes aside, I have two questions. What was your first reaction when you saw ASAP Rocky going on you in the Og tapes? Also, what were you planning on doing when you were planning on giving up jewelry in 08? Hope your family is financially, physically, mentally healthy. Thanks. A lot of people don't know this. When ASAP Rocky was going off on the Og tapes, I was in the room. Like, that's a joke. I did one too, but his bitch ass decided to put it on there, right? Like, I've been on a few of the Og tapes, but yeah, that was weird. Like, I was in the room. So people thought there was beef, but it's like, come on, bro, I'm an OG member of Og. When it came to giving up jewelry in 08, I wasn't giving up jewelry. Well, damn. Yeah, I guess I was. I was thinking about joining a gigantic jewelry company that was gonna give me a salary. It was a weird time, man. It was nothing like I ever expected. It was fucking crazy. And that was all I was gonna do. Milfred C writes Korean food, motorcycles, and it just cut off. Happy New Year, old boy. Hope to see you and your family are well. Cheers for always repping the Asians and putting up consistent killer content. I'm keen to see what you got in store for 21. I just got 3 quick questions. What are your top Korean ramyuns and snacks? If you were still riding, what bike would you own? Roughly how many ladies have you smashed in your lifetime? Haha. By the way, could you send me some BBT stickers if you have any? Thanks. Much love from Sydney, Australia. Sydney, Australia. Top ramen, top Korean ramyuns. I mean, everyone loves fucking Shin, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially the black premium Shin ramen. Shout out to my boy Nick Kermanix, his family owns that. Korean snacks. There's this snack. It looks like a baked French fry, like a crinkled French fry. I can't remember what the fuck the name is. It's so goddamn good. I literally just eat it all the fucking time. Obviously, screw bar. Korean screw bars, the shit. What else? Anytime. Korean anytime. Lotte, candies are pretty good. If you were still riding, what bikes would you own? How crazy is this? This is the episode I'm going to speak about motorcycles. So I'm currently looking at some Harleys. I'm looking at a Road Glide and looking at a Road King. Looking at a CVO version of it. And I'm going to get deeper into that later. Roughly how many ladies have you smashed in your lifetime? Nothing too crazy, but in the hundreds, that's for sure. All right, next question. The Froyo Pro. Behind the Rev. Any stories? The fuck? Oh, shit. Okay. Hey, Ben, longtime fan of the pod since day one. I grew up listening to Avenged Sevenfold. Saw your comment on Avenged Sevenfold's Instagram post for Jimmy on his anniversary. Could you tell us some stories about your late friend? It's amazing to see how you've been in the Forrest Gump of music and you give him so much background in every industry you've touched. Much love from the 510 Brian. P.S. I share a birthday with London 824. Yes, sir. Rev, Jimmy. I met Jimmy through my boy Tall Cooperman, Avenged Sevenfold. A few of the members of the band hit me up for grills just actually last year, right before the pandemic. So I met Jimmy in 05, 06, and I would go to Avenged Sevenfold shows because I was really close with Benji and Joel Madden at the time from Good Charlotte. So, we would just all chill at Benji and Joel's house, have barbecues and shit. And Rev was just super cool. I didn't even know he was fucking that famous. One night at the Palace, the Avalon in Hollywood, Good Charlotte was doing kind of a big show, come back, boom, it was sold out. And I sat next to Jimmy the whole entire time. And he would ask me random questions about jewelry and other shit. And just like, we were chilling, like me, him, and Game. And we were smoking some weed. I don't know, was Jimmy smoking? Was he drinking? But just Rev would be around us, chilling, be in the studio. Saw a show at the Palms before he died. I just never really thought too much about it, but obviously they're a huge band. They follow me. It's fucking random, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just was always really cool with Rev. So it's a very weird thing, right? And my connection to him is too Tall because Tall was so close to him. Very weird. But yeah, that's cool because I don't think anyone in the fucking world in my fan base would ever ask that question. It's crazy. Mr. Loose Change writes, thank you for all the game and stories you've been sharing. Recently placed my first sports bet on MyBookie. I'm curious to know how wagers and winnings work with online sports betting when living in California. Is it simple to get your payout, and how are your taxes working on this? Keep up the great work. Looking forward. Listen, man, betting is a unusual thing. Okay. When it comes to taxes, I'm not exactly sure. It is income though. So, that is a weird thing. It's not necessarily where I'm paying capital gains tax, a little bit different. But to be truthful, I really try to not take withdrawals out. So, so far on MyBookie, I'm at $117,000 and I've taken maybe between 40, 45 grand out. So I have money still in MyBookie. As far as taking, you should be able to pay it out regardless. It doesn't fucking matter. It's an app. I mean, I had no issues ever. As far as taxes, depending on, how good your accountant is. You know what I mean? Because I have a lot of write-offs. But of course, you are going to pay taxes. It is income. So just know that. Best Podcast, TR2031 writes, thanks for the knowledge every week. Just wanted to get your opinion on some questions. If you and your girl were solo without a family yet, and you had a monthly rent budget of $3,500 to $4,500, where would you live in LA? $3,500, $4,500. I mean, fuck. You know, I don't know what you guys want to do. Me personally, I'd probably live in downtown LA because I would like to be in a brand new modern building in a high rise with security and all that stuff and everything else. Now, you could also use that $4,500 a month and maybe live further out, you know, like in Woodland Hills somewhere and get a lot of space. Maybe you could rent a house, you know. Actually, shit, for $4,500, I don't know if you could. Shit, I rented a small house in Glendale for fucking $6,500. So I don't know, shit. But I do know I was looking at places and there were definitely spots in Koreatown and in downtown LA for $3,500, $4,500 in brand new high-rise buildings. Your second question is, I'm thinking of picking up a Rolex Yachtmaster 2, yellow gold. What's your opinion on that watch? Bro, it is an excellent watch. It is a great timepiece. It is a sport watch. So you kind of beat the best of both worlds. You can wear it casually with some sweats. You could wear it with a fresh little outfit. You can wear it in the pool. You can wear it in the mountains. You can wear it swimming. It's just all around, all-purpose, great watch. Great choice, bro. Ben Baller, the GOAT, Bill Go Hammer writes, first off, I'm a huge fan from Fresno, California. This podcast is great. It's hilarious, dramatic, entertaining, all around great espresso shot in the morning. So Ben, I have a couple questions. Have you ever been to Fresno, California, or have any stories about Fresno? How would you invest $20,000? Have I been to Fresno? I have been to Fresno probably maybe 15, 20 times. Early on, I went to football camp at Fresno State University. Barry Sanders was there. It was a trip. The Bulldogs. Used to go to Fresno here and there. I had some friends there. I dated a chick who was, was it called Gottschalks? I forgot the little department store you guys have out there. Two, I had a buddy in Clovis, my boy Siri. He used to get money out there, so I come chill out in Fresno a little bit. Definitely a very different type of town. And I also had a homie who was a teammate of mine in college. He lived in Coalinga, which is not far from Fresno, so I don't know. How would you invest 20 grand? I would put all $20,000 in gold. I'd buy, Bitcoin. I know it sounds crazy to you, but what's funny is a buddy of mine invested 25 grand in GameStop during that whole fiasco for 36 hours, and he made a lot of money. But if you want to just be safe, buy gold. Buy gold, straight up. If you feel weird not owning an entire Bitcoin, buy gold. And shout out to Fresno, bro. Homer No Simpson writes, Ben, been rocking from the beginning. Thanks for all the game. Fixing my credit. Sitting on a 716 credit score. This time last year, I was at a 610. Two-part question. Would you ever be interested in having Jacob the Jeweler on the pod? Let me not even answer the second question. Let me answer the first question. 100%. I haven't had time. I talked to his son here and there, and I got a lot of respect for Jacob. Definitely should get him on the pod. I just really have so much going on, and I can't wait to focus. I feel like I'm just barely still starting, and I've been doing this for a year and a half now. But I just really, I would love to get fucking Jacob on the show. Question 2, did you ever make a piece for Pharrell when he was crazy on his jewelry, outlandish, colorful jewelry and shit? No. Pharrell was strictly with Lorraine and Jacob, and he still is. Pharrell has referred people to me. He fucks with me and everything else. He's just not really buying jewelry like that anymore. He's just totally off that game, and he's has his legendary pieces archived and whatever and all that. But thank you, Mikey from Denver. Gustav Vodler. I don't fucking know, man. You motherfuckers are crazy. What do you think about Ad Killer's work? Would you have him on the pod? He has a crazy come-up story. I recently became friends with Ad Killer right in the beginning of the pandemic. Would I have him on the pod? I don't think so. No disrespect or anything. It's just, and Jimmy's like a personal friend of mine for fucking, I don't know how long. Greg, there was a certain thing here, but I wouldn't have like Icebox or Elliot, or like, maybe I'd have TV Johnny because it's an interesting story, and I would like ask him, why the fuck are you such a bootleg dude? But it's all love. I wouldn't really have too many jewelers on the show. You know, they're in the next 10 years, I don't plan on having more than 3 jewelers, and Jake will be one of them. So like, it's not anything I'd want to talk about, but he's I think he's got some clean work and everything. Seems like a cool dude. I just wouldn't really have him on the pod. Last question, y'all. Dougie 1985 0627. I don't know why the fuck you wrote all those numbers, but it's all good. Writes, best podcast out there. Hey Ben, big fan and love the podcast. Been listening since day one. I'm in the middle of a UC flare up currently, and oh shit, I thought you were talking about UC Berkeley. Okay, you're talking about ulcerative colitis, and I'm on what feels like a million different meds. Just got my first infusion of Entyvio today and have heard good things. I've actually never taken that before. Couple questions. How do you keep your UC under control? Did cutting red meat out help that much? Are you on any medicine currently? And I know you smoke, so do you feel like it helps? Do you think CBD would help as well? Thanks for the knowledge and free game. Now listen, there's been so many different things. I've had doctors tell me, hey man, you should take probiotics and blah, blah. And let me tell you something right now. Probiotics were probably the number one fucking thing that fucked my stomach up. Now, I know if it was like, oh, just start with it now, boom. I don't know if it was maybe, the diet, certain things. Look, of course, dairy is not really good for you. So I try to just keep cheese to like, if I'm having a burger, which is very rare, because I have, an Impossible Burger, or maybe I have a turkey burger, because very few places have turkey. But one, cutting red meat out definitely helped me just having a shit and shit constantly. Cutting red meat out definitely helped a lot. Water helped a lot. Believe it or not, cutting out soda was good, but I did notice once in a while when I had a ginger ale, made my stomach feel a lot better. Gas and ulcerative colitis are like, they're related, but they're not. So like, I would try to have gum, cool gum to calm me down, and it soothed me having like very strong peppermint gum. That helped. But as far as medicine now, I am not taking anything anymore. I'm sorry, I'm lying. I am taking Imodium AD multi-symptom. I've been taking it every day for 3 years. I don't know if I suggest that to you, but as far as like prescription medicine, I haven't. Me and Rap were on the same shit. He, for some reason, again, though, he's on that coffee black. So, black coffee is not good for you. Coffee ain't good for you, but I'm on a very strong regime. And like every morning at 7 a.m., I have a cup of coffee, right? If I'm really dragging, I'll have a second cup of coffee around 3 to 5 p.m. and I chill out. But I know where I'm at when I'm doing that. CBD is cool, but really it is the diet. Any kind of acidic food is going to fuck you up. So that means even like sometimes even having too many vegetables, can make your stomach fuck up and shit. And you just got to pay attention to that. But definitely keeping a clean diet, keeping it to white meat, like lean pork, chicken, chill on the heavy sauces. I actually, even though carbs are bad for you, bread does help my stomach out a ton. It soaks up all the acid and everything else. But yeah, I feel for you. Colitis is not a fucking joke, especially when I was shitting 9 to 10, 12 times a day, every single fucking day. You go on a fucking airplane, you're fucking scared, you gotta take a shit. Especially now with what's going on now, it's like, fuck, you gotta keep toilet paper, money, fucking bag in the car. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy. But yo, that is it for fan questions. Yo, those were some great questions. I appreciate you guys. Let's get back into the outro of this show. And yes, Miles, LL, please. Yeah, there we go. All right, y'all. Be right back. If people want NBA picks, the Dust Brothers are the best. They're the ones who help me with my handicaps. Now they're biting like $500 in a bucks. And they're not trying to fucking go crazy and whatever, but the Dust Brothers are doing NBA picks and they're selling them. $75 for a single game. That's fucking cheap. All right. And $150 for parlay picks. All right. Yes, the Dust Brothers, producers of this show. Okay. Their Venmo is at DB Podcasts, plural. And you can follow them at DB Podcast on Instagram. You could DM there, whatever, hit them up. They are fucking crushing that motherfucking shit. Ever since they started, they are killing it. And like I said, I had a very chill weekend. I kind of stayed in. I went on a drive yesterday to Malibu, and it was real dead. I noticed ever since fuckface Gavin Newsom really, he released or stopped the stay-at-home order and started outdoor dining again. You drive down Melrose and it's fucking packed. Catch packed. Blue Jam Cafe packed. Drove down Ventura Boulevard this weekend, packed. Every restaurant is people just fucking out. And it's just like, yo, there's gonna be flare-ups again. And again, man, it is what it is. The vaccines, I just don't know what to fucking say anymore, But Malibu was the most dead I've ever seen it. I've never seen it that dead before, ever. But because I'm getting rid of the Porsche, I was like, you know what? Let me let my father-in-law drive the car. He fucking loves it so much. He was, hit like $135 and the turbo is so easy to drive that. So I was just, driving, chilling and kicking it. Yesterday, I went and attended a Cocky Riders MC meeting. Now, I have been inactive for 9 fucking years, but I've always had super love for my club. You know what I'm saying? To outsiders, most people, to police even though they do know technically we are a motorcycle club, we are looked upon as a gang, right? We are about 80 members deep right now. We are, I would say, 98% black, right? There's Latinos and everything else. But yes, we got Crips, we got Bloods, we got SAs. We've never had any issues inside the club. And Cocky is a gang. We're a gang, meaning like, we're a clique. We were super tight with each other. And I haven't seen so many people in so long. So me pulling up fucked a lot of people up, And obviously our clubhouse is in South Central Los Angeles. And a lot of people don't get, because of my net worth, my background, what I've done, people don't know about, Slauson Band and K-Town Band and my old school days. So to see me pull up in the hood, this is just, this is where I'm from. So it was a trip, seeing all the new members. I think a lot of them were shocked to know that I've been Cocky since 2003. And so, Cocky has transitioned. It was all sports bike club. Now it's like, 70% hogs and like 30% sport bikes. But these hogs is clean like a motherfucker. My boy Double R, shout out to Double R. It's one of my closest friends, man. It's my dog. It's my ride or die, real OG homie that, I barely get to see, but, we rap and, he's got a fucking road glide. He'd be 12 o'clock in that bitch. And, Cocky is just, anytime you go through South Central, Compton, you go through all the hood, if you see guys on bikes, you see the fucking black vest, you see them colors, and you see that red C, you already know that's Cocky. So, just know that your boy has been a part of that. My vest is being made now because I had an OG vest. There was some beef involved and whatever. It's unimportant for anybody from the podcast to know this. But yeah, so, paid my dues yesterday as a club member, as any club. Could be the fucking Hells Angels, the fucking Mongols, whatever. Every club, every MC has dues. So yeah, getting my vest. I'm excited. I'm just thinking about it. I haven't told my wife yet that I'm getting a Harley. I haven't figured that out yet, but we will get into that. I don't know. It's just crazy, but it was good to see all the old homies and damn, brought back some memories, man. But happy belated birthday to Kid Cudi. I didn't say anything on social media because it's like whatever. My boy Cudi is down under. I won't say where. He's filming a movie for the next 2 months. And he hit me on his birthday. Well, he hit me on his birthday for where he was because it was the 30th where he was. And we chopped it up for like hour and a half talking about everything. We got a couple projects going, jewelry and stuff. And we're just both such Aquariuses. Some of the shit he says, I just be like, fuck, man, it's so crazy. He talks like this, man. It's exactly how I talk. And we'll find shit to talk. We just really just chop it up. And he had like said, I don't really have a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Dennis is a friend. Dot is a friend. Chip is my boy. And he's like, you're my friend. It was just like a super small circle. I was really obviously, it was a trip because I don't really fuck with too many people. And, I appreciate Cuddy. He's got a lot of insight. He's a genius. We always talk about all kinds of shit. And he's very vocal about certain things that he feels about. So it's really crazy. But yo, happy, Earth Strong, my dude, 37 years old. You still a young whippersnapper, bro. And much love. But so check it out. I saw 2 movies this weekend. Let's get into these movies real quick. I saw The Little Things, right? And that's with Rami Malek, Jared Leto, and of course the GOAT, my favorite fucking actor, Denzel Washington, right? Now, this movie was filmed in LA, based upon LA. Starts out in Kern County, and visuals were cool. It was based in 1990. I like seeing that aesthetic, those old cars, kind of hard to film that in LA. And they shot some couple really good cinematography fit, like shots were just really clean. And the story was cool, but I'm going to be real with you. Like, I was like, okay, this is getting exciting. This is getting creepy. This is, it's about a fucking serial killer. They got to find this dude. And then it gets to the end. And I don't want to fucking spoil this movie for you, but you know what, bro? This movie was hitting me at a 7.75. Some people thought it was an 8. And then the ending happened. And that motherfucker dropped down to a 5. And I really, really, really wanted to like this movie because I fuck with Denzel. You know this. That man helped me in Hollywood. I was a fan before I met him. Little Things, I don't know, man. It's been some disappointments, you know what I'm saying? Next film I watched was American Skin. It was starring, directed by, and written by a dude named Nate Parker. I forgot a movie he was in. He was in a movie, I think, called Brian Bank. I'm not sure if it was, I think that was a movie, or I forgot what the fuck was Nate Parker in. Anyways, American Skin is a story, not like George Floyd, or I forgot who the fuck the dude was who got shot, but it's about a story about a father who is an ex-Marine who has a son that is killed and gunned down in front of him by police. Now, this movie is heavy as fuck. Now, there's some parts that seem a little unrealistic, but it was very realistic. This movie was very real. It goes by fast. There is really no dry part of this movie. It is a good watch. Now, if you are white, I suggest you watch this movie twice, okay? Everyone else, go watch this movie. This movie, American Skin, I highly recommend it. It's fucked up. It's a reason why, I just got an issue with the fucking police. Anyways, going back on credit, I've been using my credit a lot lately. I got open credit cards. Obviously, I pay them off. I don't be like, oh, I'm going to pay my credits off this month. I started realizing it fucks with your scores right there, especially if you're using it so much. So, I may pay up my credit card 3 to 4 times a month as I use it, but I like to have the open credit, and it's good. Especially now when I'm thinking about a motorcycle, I'm like, all right, so this bike costs like $35,000 for like a sick ass hog with some beat in it. I'm like, I fucking finance this bitch easily. It's nothing. So, anyways, thinking about buying a second crib in the Bay Area. Everything in San Francisco is just not realistic for me, right? There's a couple cribs I really liked, right around the $16 to $20 million range. And I'm like, that means we live there forever. Or like, that's our main crib. And my wife's not ready for that yet. But I am looking for a second crib. Something that is with at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes max away from SF City. And it's something where I could leave a car there. We could have something to chill, Airbnb if we want to, be close to the family. Half of almost most of Nicola's family is out there. Take the RV up there, chill out there for 3-4 fucking months, all kinds of shit. So that is something I'm really excited and looking forward to. You know what? Fuck it. I wasn't going to talk about this, but we're going to get into it. Look, I said something on Twitter and people are like, you're fucking tripping, you're a cat. Shut the fuck up, okay? First of all, let me say this real quick. To everyone who sits there and thinks about shit, when I say shit about basketball, listen, 99% of the people that talk about sports on the sport pages, guess what? None of you motherfuckers ever played organized sports past high school. And most of you didn't even fucking play varsity, okay? So don't ever fucking talk to me about sports. Because your boy went to college and played football and basketball in college. And I was a football player. Even though I like basketball better, I played football. Don't ever talk about this shit. What I like about the 80s and 90s era, and look, the game is different. I get it. But this ain't pickup basketball, you know? I understand it's in the team's benefit to do a 1-year contract with somebody, but if you fuck with somebody, I just don't like the jumping around from team to team. It could be AD. I don't give a fuck if it's Lakers or nothing. I don't like it. Some people just, I just like to win. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's just fucking cornball shit to me. Have a fucking plan, you know? You can't play chess in basketball because it's too fucking short-lived. There's just too much shit. So when it comes to football, I had said, I wish the fucking Texans just said, fuck Deshaun and had him, set him sit. Like, yeah, but we ain't trading you. You got a no trade clause 1, but now you asking for a trade, and it's like, fuck you. But we'll take the L then. Show the people, you know? Set a precedent. Just can't fucking let him, I don't give a fuck how talented he is. Can't let motherfuckers run the fucking team. And I'm not about authority. You know, I don't like the fucking police. Look, I said this last episode. I don't like the fucking police. That don't mean I'm going to go and break windows. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go fucking do shit. It's going to put me in jail, right? With the exception of speeding. Okay? I'm not going out, obviously, just trying to break the law to hurt somebody, all right? What I don't like about them is being harassed and the profiling and all that bullshit, okay? But when it comes to authority and certain things, that's the way the fucking game is. I want to fucking trade James Harden. Fuck him. You know, and even Jordan and Miles, they see different than me. That we're not eye to eye on this. But like, look, that just shows people. Like, how about this? You make it fucking work. You look at how many fucking divorces there are. Look, you married the wrong person, blah, blah. You shouldn't have said, I love you too fast or whatever. Think about what the fuck you are doing. Not everyone is going to win. Okay? You look at legacies. Charles Barkley did not win a ring. Okay, there's people out there who have not won rings who are fucking great athletes. Dame Dollar ain't won no championship. That motherfucker's raw, right? Okay, so look, all I'm saying is all this trading around here and there, motherfuckers need to stay put for a bit, unless they weren't supposed to stay there for a bit. But his ass has a contract, okay? So it's just... Yeah, I know these coaches are fucking in the front office and owners are fucking people, but it's like, look, man, that's part of the fucking game. You chose to play that shit. That's what you want to do. That's just my opinion on it. All right. Now, as far as Goff being traded for Stafford, yes, Detroit got the short end of the stick. Okay. So it sucks for them and my homies who play for Detroit. But as far as the Rams, Stafford ain't what. Tell me something. How many fucking playoff games has Stafford won? Exactly. Now, speaking of football, we have probably my most exciting guest to date. I can't think of too many guests that I could think of that I've been excited about, because I am a 12 fan, right? And I'm a 12. But I got Jamal Adams coming on the show this Thursday. I'm about to interview him in a little bit. It's going to be fucking awesome. Cannot fucking wait. I'm going to ask Jamal everything. That motherfucker's crazy. I know we're going to talk that shit. So all you 12 fans out there, tune in. It's going to be a fucking huge episode. I think a lot of you guys who follow me on Instagram seen all my stories. I've been bidding on the Kobe Bryant 1963 Impala SS drop top. I lost. I capped out $170,000. I was like, yeah, Brian, it ain't that deep, man. I could literally buy a batter ass fucking super ridiculous, insane, the most insane fucking 63 lowrider drop for like 80, 90. And I'm talking about stupid. Everything excellent. I wanted it just because of Kobe. He's dope, just has something from him, you know what I mean? It means a lot, but I was like, man, I got too much shit going on. Anyways, this weekend, I do plan on hitting Big Sur or Santa Barbara, Monterey. I just want to go up the coast. I want to go up Highway 1, find a nice place to camp out for a day or two, and then come right back because we got the motherfucking Super Bowl. And before we end this episode, let me hit you with the PSA. Okay? FYI, I do not own a Finsta. I do not have a burner account. Okay? I do not even fucking control or have access to any of my business pages. IF & Co, VVS, Ben Baller Pod, none of that shit. Period. I don't care how many accounts defend me after I say something, or maybe it sounds like I'm the one talking on a fucking burner account. I do not have, I have never have, and never in my life would I create a burner account. That's not me. You got no idea who I am if you think that that would be me. Because having my page as it is beyond enough to keep me occupied. Okay? I currently have my private page, right? Which is Ben Yang Baller, right? It's for family, super close friends of family, or like other people who want to reach out to me. And it wouldn't excite any of you guys, I promise. And then I have my London Rider Kaya page. And that is it, guys. That's it. All right? As a fucking weirdos. I don't give a fuck with nobody. I will address it. You know me, I ain't tripping. I'm not too cool. I don't give a fuck. But anyways, that is it for the weekend wrap up. I love this motherfucking show. I love all my fans, all my listeners. You guys are awesome. Tell your friends to keep listening. Subscribe. Yo, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. We are going to grow. I feel like a weird time that's going on, but I still feel like we're just getting started. Okay? Big shout out to the Dust Brothers. By the way, if you are trying to get some NBA money and win some picks, hit up at DB Podcasts. Miles and Jordan are fucking crushing it, killing it. All right? And with that said, yo, Miles, hit me off with some Lakey Lake. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yo, this Thursday, Jamal Adams, 12, Seattle Seahawks. Fuck you. We're out, y'all.